I don't know what accusations he's trying to come up with now, but I've never been a threat to my daughter. I've never put my hands on my daughter. She is committing perjury right now.
Mariah Caroline Perez.
And what's the name of the child that we're here about today?
Catalea Leona Perez.
And how old is she?
She's 4.
And who does she currently live with?
With me.
And are you married to Joe Anthony Perez?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And when did you guys get married?
July 29th of 2017.
And are you guys still currently living together?
No, ma'am.
When did you guys separate?
June 25th of 2021.
And since then, has Mr. Perez provided any kind of support or any kind of diapers or
No, ma'am.
anything to help you support Catalea?
No, ma'am.
And has there been any kind of family violence during your marriage to Mr. Perez?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you just elaborate a little bit for the court so that they will know what kind of family violence?
I mean, there's been instances where he's pulled out a gun upon himself in front of my child. There's been another instance where, like I said, there was infidelity on both sides. So when I had asked him, everything was gonna happen, and he didn't answer me, he got upset that I was messaging one of my friends. He had knocked down my daughter when she was standing right next to me to get to my phone. And when I removed her out of the situation, and I had asked for my phone back and everything, he went from my arm and pushed me away and then went to my throat and slammed me into the floor.
And were the police called?
Yes, ma'am.
And is there currently an active protective order against Mr. Perez?
Yes, ma'am.
And who's covered under that protective order?
Me and my 2 daughters.
And Your Honor, we would ask that the court take judicial notice of the active protective order that was signed on August 3rd of 2021. It's under cause number 2021 CI 14155.
Court takes judicial notice of the existing orders concerning the parties.
And what possession schedule do you feel would be good for Catalea in light of the fact that there is a protective order?
Are you asking me?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, in light of things that have recently happened, just calls that have been made to me and things that have been made aware, just of things that were going on in my home without me knowing. I don't want him to have any part of Cat at all. And even if there were to be any supervision, I would like it to be done either in a police station or, something like that, because I don't want him to have custody of my daughter.
And what insurance does Catalea currently have?
She has Medicaid.
And are you fearful to have your information included on this order, including
Yes,
your name, your social, and your address? So you're asking this court to remove that information from this order?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, we would call Joe Anthony Perez.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Perez, can you please state your name for the record?
Joe Anthony Perez.
And you are Catalea's father?
I am.
And where are you currently employed?
Hero Logistics.
And do you have their address?
I do.
And what is their address?
It's 1243 Gemder Road.
And how long have you been employed there?
Just started a year ago.
And what do you do there?
I'm a forklift operator.
And how much do you make an hour?
15.
So you make $15 an hour as a forklift operator?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that full-time?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have any other minor children?
No, ma'am.
So based on that, the child support, the guideline child support would be $439.19. Do you feel that that's appropriate?
No, ma'am.
And why do you feel that that's not appropriate?
It will cause me to lose my funds to pay for the hotel I stay in. I pay weekly $350, and I barely make enough to cover for a week to week.
And what do you feel would be appropriate?
Reasonably, I say you're asking 400. That you can knock off 150. I should be able to maintain where I stay.
Okay. And you heard previous testimony that Catalea is on Medicaid. And for that, the state is requesting $50 to reimburse the state for Medicaid. Do you feel that that's appropriate?
If 150 could be taken off from what you're estimating, that should be all right. I can put her on my insurance. I just need her social.
So you could provide for her to have insurance?
That's, yeah, as long as I could have her social, I can add it to my insurance. That's the whole purpose of me getting this job, was for a cat.
And how much would it be for her to be on your insurance?
I can't tell you off the top of my head right now. We have to get with HR.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And in light of the fact that there is the current protective order, what do you feel would be appropriate visitation with you and Catalea?
What's usually standard from what I understand from my previous children, I've had every other week. I'll try to make that happen, but like I said, I stay in a hotel. I don't have a place for her to stay. I don't know what accusations she's trying to come up with now. But I've never been a threat to my daughter. I've never put my hands on my daughter. She is committing perjury right now. There's lots of facts that she's not.
Your Honor, I
stating.
would object to non-responsive.
Okay, she's just asking you what visitation you want, sir. I think you answered that. What, next question.
I believe I did.
Okay.
Answer.
Your Honor, we would have no further questions at this time.
Okay, how much is this hotel you're staying in, sir?
It's $350 a week,
So $1,500 a month?
pretty much.
It's pretty,
That's
must be a pretty nice hotel.
no, I
15.
wish. No,
Okay,
no,
now,
not at all.
any truth to some of the things Ms. Bettis said about the domestic violence between you? And you having a
No.
weapon?
She bought me a gun. Yes,
Uh-huh.
she bought me a gun, and I did put it on myself in front of Mariah one time. My son was there, and that's the only time I did that. It was one time because when she admitted to cheating on me.
Okay. Let's see, there's something else. Have you provided any support for your child since y'all separated?
I have not been permitted for any contact.
Well,
Like I said,
you could mail a check to her.
I have no idea where she's at. From what I understand, that she had moved and was staying with someone.
Okay, well, we're going to
I
give you
have
the
no
chance to do that in the future. Ms. Bettis, is there any divorce filed by either one of you?
No, I was explaining to her that when my taxes come, there was a little kind of backslide in my taxes. I just talked to my tax lady a little while ago. So I should be getting that soon, but when that comes in, I'm going to be filing for divorce.
Okay. I just want to make sure there was nothing else pending. Now, the protective order, you said it included your child. What
Both
does
my
it say?
children.
What is it? They usually have something in there about visitation supervised by someone. Does your protective order contain any language like that?
I'm not sure. When I'm gonna tell her the same thing. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told the
Well,
other
please,
lady.
because I wasn't there. Go ahead.
So like I said, I found out some stuff from his oldest daughter, saying that he had taken my daughter into a room for about an hour for a diaper change. And that oldest daughter and the daughter younger than that had made the same allegations that he had touched them as well. When I talked to another cousin, they had also verified that as well. So I had allowed my daughter last year to go with his sisters at the end of July, beginning of August. And they had asked, before I had found out anything, they had asked if it was okay for her to see her dad. And I said yes. He hasn't seen her about a year. It's gonna be her birthday soon. I'm pretty sure she would like to see her dad. So when I had found out about all this, I stopped everything that I was doing. I made a police report. From what I have found out, I advised his daughters to make a police report as well. And when I had been speaking to the officer, they had said that my protection order wasn't in place, that because I had talked to him, letting him know that it was supposed to be for 2 years.
Right.
And they said that they couldn't bring it up, that they couldn't find it or anything. So she helped me verify the number, the order number for the protection, and also when it expires, so I can renew that.
And Your Honor, the protective order does not have any visitation. It says no visitation.
It says none? Okay,
Yes.
well, that's pretty clear. Okay.
Can I speak?
I mean, I still have the pictures of the bruises that he left me, the things that had happened in the home. His son was there through the whole time, standing in the doorway with no help. He took away my phone. He bent it. I still have that phone as evidence.
Okay, man. Okay.
And when I had asked him to leave, he told me that I would have to call the cops, and that if I wanted to call the cops, that I would have to use my mom's phone.
Okay. Real quickly, Mr. Patterson, what do you have to say, sir?
I have no idea what's going on with my daughter. If any case keep trying to bring up from previous of my daughter from another mom. That case has been said and done. I ended up getting custody of my daughter after things have been proven. That case is closed. So for them to try to use that against me now is improper, and
Okay.
they need more.
Mr. Pettis, were you present at the hearing for the protective order?
Myself?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, that court obviously found some problems. If they wouldn't have issued the protective order otherwise.
Yeah, it's because of the things that Mariah still continues.
And that's what happens when you fail to attend the hearings.
I was locked up.
It
Okay.
wasn't that, because
Okay.
you did.
It doesn't matter. We've got an order. I've got to obey that order from the protective order. That's in place. I can't conflict with that order. Okay. These orders will remain in effect until such divorce takes place. That judge may enter different orders at that time. Oh, I'm sorry. What about retroactive child support, Ms. Abanaka?
Yes, Your Honor, we would ask for retroactive child support from the time that they separated, and they separated June 25th of 2021.
Okay. What amount would that be?
I can figure that out really quickly.
Okay, please do.
Your Honor, that number is $8,344.61.
Okay, we'll make it 8344 even. Now, hold on a minute.
I'm sorry. What?
Okay, I'll tell you what's going on, sir. Okay. Okay, these will be the orders in effect until such divorce action takes place. Court finds there is a protective order covering Ms. Bettis and the child. We'll name Ms. Bettis because of that. Ms. Bettis will be the managing conservator of the child. The court finds pursuant to the protective order that naming Mr. Bettis as a possessory conservator or allowing any visitation at this time would not be in the child's best interest. Child support, $439 a month, medical support $50, beginning March 1st, 2023. Retroactive child support that should have been paid since separation, $8,344, payable at $75 a month, also to begin March 1st. Court cost as billed, and the court will grant a non-disclosure of Ms. Bettis's personal information. You'll each get a copy of this order in the near future, but that will conclude today's